Welcome to my channel. My name is Michelle. Now today I'm doing a pick a card reading. Okay, so whatever card you are drawn to, that is the message that your soul needs to hear right now. If you have landed on this video, it is not by chance. You are meant to be here. Everything is connected, everything is energy, everything is always working for us. The universe is working in our favor, okay? So if you found this, know that you have attracted it. It is in alignment for you to receive right now. So just allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to be supported and to hear and feel and know the messages that your soul is yearning for at this time. Remember, a lot of what we need is not conscious, it's subconscious. So you've allowed yourself, just by clicking on this video or following the link or whatever, you've allowed yourself to go there. So let's go there. Now I'm going to hold these cards up, okay, so you can see each picture. Now have a look at each picture. I want to know, which are you drawn to? Let's not look at the words. There's a little message there. Let's not get distracted, but just hold this for a second. Hold this vision. Take a look at each picture. Which one are you drawn to? Okay. Now this is number 1. The middle is number 2, and this is number 3. So are you drawn to 1, 2, or 3? Okay. Number 1, be the real you. Be the real you. I'm gonna sneeze. No, I'm not. It's gone. Your greatest power comes from being who you truly are. Do not let anyone sway you from expressing your authentic self. So, Spirit, what other messages do we have, please, for pile number 1? Now, what other people think of you has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. People's perceptions are their projections. So I feel at this time, you really need to, there's that book called The Art of Not Giving a, yeah, don't care. The Art of Not Giving a, don't care. Now that is something that I'm feeling right now for you. It really is about not giving a flying, I'm not going to swear because this is YouTube, right? But yeah, let's go inward again. You are enough as you are. You have nothing to prove to anybody else. If you desire to share, share. And do not care, right? Do not care how other people perceive what you are sharing and what you are saying, because it's not about them. Sorry, it's not about you. It's about them. If they have an issue, it's about them. You cannot hold back what your soul is desiring to share and to do through fear of what others think of you. You cannot. You cannot. Your purpose here on earth is to love unconditionally and to be loved and to share your love, yeah? Unconditional. So that doesn't mean, you know, doing it when you think everything's perfect or when you think you're 100% ready, because you'll never be. It's about you being authentically you and showing up for you, right? Be the real you. The colors surrounding you are beautiful. Rainbow, beautiful colors. You are light. Remember this, you are light. If you only knew how amazing you are and how much magic you hold within you. I just want to reiterate, right, that only 0.2% of the population are going to watch this video because they are aligned with it. So you are in that minority, and that is a good minority to be in. Most people won't view this video because they're not in alignment with it. They're not ready to receive it, and you're here receiving it and going there. So honor yourself, right? And congratulate yourself for doing that. Spirit wants you to know that you are enough. You are more than enough. You have more than enough skills and knowledge. That thing that you're thinking about doing, you're ready to do it, right? I feel like you may be second guessing yourself, thinking, am I, do I, can I? Yes, you do. Yes, you can. Yes, you should, right? I think at the moment, well, I feel that you're perhaps doubting, is this the right path for me? Should I be doing this and should I be doing that? If you feel inspired to do it, if there's something within you that wants to do it, do it. Sometimes we don't feel like doing something in the moment. It's through taking the action, the aligned action, that we then feel it, right? So I'm not saying force yourself to do things, but I'm saying if you know something generally normally feels good and you're putting it off, or you're saying, oh, maybe not, and that's when you should do it, because you know deep down it does make you feel good and you do enjoy it. And once you do it, you feel much better. But when you just self-sabotage and don't do anything, that's when you feel like, right? Your greatest power comes from being who you truly are. Don't let anyone sway you from expressing your authentic self. You are of the minority. You are a very unique individual. And a lot of people won't understand you because you're a bit of a unicorn. But that's not a bad place to be, right? What makes you you is unique, and it's like, that's your that is your power. Your superpower is you, is who you are. Think about it, right? So people have different characters, different personalities, different things they bring to the table, and everything that's within you is perfect for so many people, right? But it's also not freaking great for a lot of people, which is perfect, because you don't want to attract everybody, do you? You want to attract the authentic, soul-aligned people, the soul-aligned relationships, right? I've got a big yawn coming. And I feel, I think that energy of exhaustion, it's like you're fighting yourself in a way. Like you're fighting with that feeling of, it feels like too much. Like, am I all too much? I hear you say, am I just too much for people? Because you look around you and you're like, oh, they're not really very exciting, or they're not very, like into it, or they're not. It's like you look around you at the mediocrity of life, and then you're like, I'm the odd one out here. Like, how do I fit in? You don't. You don't. That's what I need you to know. You don't fit in. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to stand out. And this exhaustion I'm feeling, like just these yawns coming up, is like Spirit saying, stop fighting yourself and allow yourself to express yourself fully, authentically as you are. And don't be afraid to ruffle a few feathers. Don't be afraid to be rejected, because that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Spirit, do we have anything else we would like to say for pile number 1, please? Take inspired action. Rest when you need to rest. You are enough. You are loved. You are watched over. You have angels with you. Your loved ones are watching over you. There's no need to doubt. And they really want you to be affirming to yourself right now. This is a time for affirmation. This is a time to affirm and say to yourself, I am capable, I am worthy, I am gifted, I'm talented, I'm unique, I'm different. Everything is working out for me. There is nothing that I can do to mess it up. There is nothing that you can do to mess it up. Spirit is guiding you, okay? And the reason that this contrast comes up is when you fight it. So when you don't do the thing that you feel like doing, when you don't take the inspired action, when you don't allow yourself to nap when you need to nap. It's time for tuning inward and listening to yourself and receiving messages from Spirit. You see the signs, right? The numbers, the angel numbers, the feathers, the birds. Just this morning I was sat and I was having a bit of a moment, and then a bird literally was flying at the window, like trying to say, wake up, wake up. You know, like it's all working out. And that's what we want to really drill in right now, so that you embody that, because it's all energy and everything is energy. And if you take the pressure off yourself, right, you don't need to figure it all out. You just need to be you and allow yourself to express yourself fully. So when you want to put yourself out there, when you want to do the thing, when you feel like picking up the paintbrush, when you feel like kicking the ball, whatever the thing is, picking up the camera in my case, you need to allow yourself to do that. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be done. It's not about what other people think. It's not about being perfect. It's about you expressing yourself, learning along the journey, and delivering and releasing and giving and sharing what you need to do and be, and everything. It's an expression of your soul. You're here to express yourself in whatever way you need to do that. Whatever way you need to do that. I just looked at the time and it said 11:11. So know that you are protected, guided. You can't mess it up. Abraham Hicks, she's great, listen to her. You can't mess it up. Everything that is meant for you will find you. So know that, feel that, know that. Any issue, any problem, any challenge you have right now will pass. The only guarantee in life is change. And if you're going through a challenge, it's because you're growing through it. If you don't know what decision to make, sometimes it's best not to make it. It's not the right time. Right? If there's something big you're thinking about now and you're like, oh, I don't know. You don't need to know. Take the pressure off. Even when you do nothing, you're not doing nothing, right? You don't do anything in that moment, but then the moment changes, the clarity comes, like everything always works out. So know that it's less about you taking big action when you're not ready, right? And more about waiting until you feel inspired. So I've just mentioned about taking inspired action. It's totally different to thinking your way through it, thinking what action should I take now, what should I do? And when you can't think your way through it, you need to feel your way through it. So inspired action is totally different. Guided, inspired action is totally different to forced, logical action, masculine energy, go, 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 go. That's not going to help you. You know when you're inspired and you feel that, oh yeah, I want to do that you can go, 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 go. And it's a good go. And it's an energized go. It's not a forceful pushing. Okay, so less pushing, more receiving inspired action and taking that action. And being the real you. The greatest power comes from being who you are. So remember that when you go to put yourself out there next and you question yourself. You're supposed to be different. People need your uniqueness. They need your voice. They need your story. There is only one of you in this universe, and you need to be heard and seen, and you need to express yourself for you. Forget about everybody else. It's for you. All right? I hope you enjoyed this message. Please drop me a comment. Please share this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, okay? Because I will be upping my game a little bit more and sharing a lot more than I have been. Because, yeah, there's been a bit of a shift within me, okay? I hope you enjoyed your reading, and you take care. Keep shining a beautiful light, okay? Now, I've got my piles mixed up. Pile number 2, okay? Card number 2, should I say, not pile, it's just one card. You pick this, prioritize self-care, right? Prioritize self-care. You do so much for others. It's time for you to experience the love that you deserve and let others help you. Let others help you. I repeated that because that's important. You've done so much for other people. It's time to experience that love that you've been given out and receive it. So at this time, obviously, spirits come down to kick your ass and to say, hey, it's time to receive. It's time to put your feet up. It's time to have that cup of tea. It's time to have that nap. It's time to let others give to you, right? I'm feeling like there's something within you that's like rejecting the help from other people, because you're like, it comes down to, underneath it, I feel like the majority of people listening to this, it will come down to feeling like you don't deserve the help. You don't deserve the help. And that's not true. It's like this story needs to be rewritten. You are important, you are valuable, you are worthy, you are enough. So you do deserve the help. You do deserve the support. You're not a burden. I feel like during your childhood, or even something from past lives, like there's been something that's sort of like stuck with you that makes you feel a bit like you're a burden, and you're not, right? You don't have to keep giving to everybody else. You don't have to be the one that makes all the conversation and gives all the energy. You see, giving to others, what we're talking about here is time, energy, love, effort. And you don't need to give as much as you have been, because what you'll find is when you stop giving that effort and energy so much, right? You're not completely withdrawing from people, you're just not giving as much. What you'll find is that the other people will have to give more, because they'll realise there's a bit of a void there, and they're like, oh, well, I'll fill that void then. And by you taking a step back, not a complete vanish, but just a step back, you're allowing that space to be filled by them, whether it's a conversation, whether it's energy, love, time, effort, whatever. If it's all about balance. So if you're used to being here and doing that, right? If you somehow come down here, they're going to go up. It's a bit like if you think of a seesaw, right? What goes up must come down, and so on. You've been giving way too much. And what it does is it gives other people this like ticket to like, well, I don't have to then. And this doesn't mean physical activity. It can mean that for some people, but I think for the majority listening to this and tuning into this, it's about you giving your energy and your efforts, and then not feeling appreciated because you've given too much, and then you feel resentful. You don't have to try so hard. You deserve to feel how you want other people to feel, okay? And by you taking that step back and allowing them to come to the table, you know, to bring theirs, you're giving them that opportunity, and you're giving yourself the opportunity to see, well, are they meeting my needs? Are they delivering? And if they're not, maybe it's time to reassess those relationships, right? And I feel like the people that are tuning into this, it's not like one specific area. This is your relationships in general. Obviously, it's very important to be authentic, to be yourself, to share yourself and whatnot. But if you feel like in general you're giving more than you're receiving, maybe it's time just to stop giving so much. And then you'll see if what happens there. And I think you'll find that the relationships and the people in your life that are meant to be will step up, and the ones that aren't will fall away, and then the balance is back. You're back in harmony and in balance. So allow yourself, don't be afraid to create that space, to take a step and see what they do, see how they act. Oh, why are they not giving as much? See if they notice, right? There you go. All right, beautiful soul, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for listening. I hope it helped. Please drop me a comment if it did. I'd really appreciate that. I really value being appreciated as well. It's my big thing. It's 2 words. There's I'm proud of you and I appreciate you are my number ones. Oof. Number ones of all time. So I hope you enjoyed it. You deserve it. Now the final card, we have got your prayers are being answered. So if you picked card number 3, your prayers are being answered, right? Your prayers are being received by the divine. Answers will come soon, although perhaps in forms you didn't expect. Interesting. See, you don't need to work it all out. You don't need to figure it all out. Perhaps you need to take a step back. Act when you feel inspired, but if you don't feel inspired, don't act. Yeah? Act if you feel inspired, and if you don't feel inspired, don't act. That's your mantra. The answers will come soon, perhaps in forms you didn't expect. So the way you think it's all going to work out, perhaps it's not. See, a lot of us spend time thinking about the future, like how's it going to work out? Is this going to happen? Is that going to work? How's that going to look? But if we just actually be more in the moment, it'll always figure itself out anyway. You don't need to know all the answers because it's happening. And quite often that is how it happens. If you ask anybody, like, well, how did you feel about that situation? And then what actually happened with it? Generally, it's like it always worked out, or it happened differently, but it still worked out, or you know what I mean? It always works out. This is about your faith, restoring your faith in yourself, in your ability to handle whatever happens, and also in the ability in having faith in your angels, your spirit guides, and the universe, that they will deliver what you deserve and what you need, because you are worthy of it. You deserve it. You don't need to try so hard to figure out what's going on. You need to relax and receive and take a step back. Don't give so much. Don't try so hard. Right? If you're going through challenging times, think to yourself as well, what's the absolute worst that can happen? And if that happened, could I handle it? Because think about, if you quickly think about, because I don't want to go in the past and stay there, but all the things you've been through, all the challenges, all the hard times in your life, did you get through it? Yes. Are you stronger for it? Yes. Did you learn something? Yes. Did you think you'd get through it before you got through it? Probably not. Maybe not. Right? And here you are. Here you are. You're being too hard on yourself is what I'm feeling. Way too hard. And you are so much more protected and looked after and supported. You are so much more supported by things you cannot see, by spirit, by your angels, and it's about having faith that you are, and also giving yourself that treatment, that nurturing, right? Self-love. Treat yourself like your own little baby, and it's okay. The world ain't gonna fall apart. The sky's not gonna fall in. Take a break. Take a rest. It's all working out. It's all working out. You're not going to figure it all out, and you don't need to. Imagine though, if you did know how it was all going to work out, that'd be boring. What would be the point in even being embodied and being here in this lifetime? There wouldn't be a point. Be in the moment. In the moment, okay? Be in the now, because now is all we have. Now. Past is gone, future doesn't exist yet, time is an illusion. Now is all we have. I hope you enjoyed your reading, you beautiful ray of light. I know you're going through challenges right now, but know this, it is all working out beautifully for you. Okay, please, please drop me a comment if you enjoyed this. If you benefited from this, if this resonated, or any of the above, and please share this with those that you think need to hear a comforting message at this time, a message of truth and support from Spirit. Look at this beautiful card. I just want to show you again before you go. It's so nice, eh? Look, it's got a little halo, it's got the wings, and it's got a butterfly, which means transformation. So, hey, don't doubt it. Do not doubt it for a second. All right, take care. Speak to you soon, and just keep shining. The world needs your light.